Allegedly, it's just the word allegedly. It's what I heard allegedly. It's on the street allegedly. I sing to the beat allegedly. Allegedly, allegedly, it's what I heard allegedly. It's just the word allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue allegedly. It won't help you allegedly. Allegedly. Allegedly.
All right, we starting off taking it to church. Lord, won't you send your power down? I think this is one of the Clark sisters. Not surprised it isn't. Yeah, this is one of the Clark sisters. Oh, good, but I can watch this on 1.5 to 2x speed. She about to get chipmunk with it. I gotta say, Jason Lee was smart to put it on this weekend when ain't shit on. I guess everybody on VKK this week. Giving us Jesus, we need it. Jesus, I feel it. Power, power. Maybe if Al hadn't had so much power, his show would still be on. Girl, and he just watching it clapping. Oh, the master of sissimony. Oh, God, not Bobby Lights. Bobby Lights was there, child. I have to say, it looks like a good time. He in there with a lavender suit on, old refrigerator sissy. So Tiffany Haddish was the host. I'm sure Amanda's pissed she ain't get the job. That's why she wanted to talk about the awards rather than show up. Oh my God, Lisa Ray sitting next to the brat. I guess families can heal. Tiffany, I wish you had gotten a better wig for this event. Oh, tell me that ain't Babyface. Babyface is here. Babyface is here. Is that? I don't know who that white man is. He cute though. Bobby Lights is in every shot. Why is Sharon Stone here? What? 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 Of all the random white women, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, but just she holding up her fist. Christian Louboutin there, and as many black women wear his shoes, he should be. Cam Newton is there, and he his outfits are male drag. That's what they are. His outfits are boy drag. What? Now your friend, your future baby daddy, Jason Lee, you would let that be your father? Well, you've never been known to make a good choice, so I don't know why I'd expect any different with paternity. God, Tiffany, I know you're not going to pull out. Well, this isn't a charity gig, so you should be pulling out a material. But Jesus, this is the same crap we got from you in Girls Trip. I'm tired of the same character. Oh, God, Marlo Hampton speaking. Who's she giving an award to? Lord, honestly, with all these C and B listers, I should have been up in there. Oh, she giving the award to Jasmine Crockett. See, Girls Trip is on Bravo and we ain't watching because we didn't seen it before. Marlo don't look bad. I just want to know why she wore this nightie. Aphrodite in a nightie. So she's winning the Social Impact Award. I'm really watching this so y'all don't have to. And then I've got the Auntie podcast. At least something on when y'all have to turn to Zeus for content. Oh. Fat Joe gets an award. Child, I can watch this at double speed. God, more unfunny Tiffany. Jeez, we could use a commercial break. Oh, Claudia's there. The woman of the hour. Oh, God, but now we got Heifer Yanla. All right, but now we have Yanla and the coddling. That's why we tuned in, was the coddling and Jonathan Majors. Thank God they got to it 30 minutes in. Oh, so she's giving us a speech about on her right is grace. and on her left is mercy. And being a public person, things can come at you, but no one is not worth redemption. Grace knows it is always my intention to give, my love and desire to do everything with excellence, while mercy is my primary value, my life in its excellence. Leg up, up, but then down with the downfall of criticism and speculation, up with the perseverance, because grace and mercy together with the Allah create perseverance in penis, which gives us Jonathan Majors, who's lost major roles in Hollywood, but he will rise with Megan Good. That was just as moving as what she gave. For the unmerited craft service in this world. So as a woman who spent 9 years in an abusive marriage, you really gonna say that? Oh, Iyanla, you had to say that. Iyanla said that. Why, oh, why can't pigs fly? Iyanla really said that. Oh, Lord, honey, you should have just let them cry it on your big bosoms. The words that have come out of this woman's mouth, as a woman who was in a 9-year abusive marriage, it's my honor to present this award, the Perseverance. Oh, God. I mean, this is so raccoon, it's going through the trash. Then she gonna call him Joel Nathan. Oh, God, then she gonna say, I say Joe Nathan because in its most ancient form, well, his mama named him Jonathan. Oh, God, this is peak Iyanla. Equaling in meaning, the name God is gracious. He wasn't gracious when he was hitting that woman upside the head. He's not known for being gracious. He's known for being an asshole. God is going to show you mercy for the excellence that you bring and the mastery of your craft. What about not hitting women? What about that? What about that? But now we're going to pray over him. This is the dumbest shit I have ever seen. Everyone has said this man is an absolute ass. He's been convicted in a court of law not even a year ago. Oh my, I just realized. Jason Lee must have wanted some of that dick. Megan Good would let herself be on a chain with Khloe Kardashian, not even Kim. So if this woman would let a lesser Kardashian lead her around on a leash, I'm sure she'd let Lee bow her pussy for a night. Oh my goodness. He said, I want... Jason Lee said, I'm going to take it back in time with Jonathan Majors. He got them old moves. Jason Lee said he wanted a Marvel man. That period piece penis. That set in Selma Schlong. Gave it to him all night long. Girl, that is what this was about. He threw an award show to get some dick. I don't put it past him. Allegedly. But I ain't putting it past him. Oh, God, this is the dumbest shit I've never seen. Mercy and grace are strong enough to get you to the other side. Are you talking about your titties or the spirits? Oh, God. Now we got a whole little cap. They really trying to hard launch him back into celebrity. Does he owe you money or something, Jason? Or you just wanted the dick that bad? That you like, I will do a whole award segment to bring your career back if you can get my pussy in the front. And also it says he's continued to shine even though his meteoric rise was delayed in an industry where humans become headlines and they hand out death sentences to careers. Jonathan has persevered in spite of the opinion. This was in a court of law. This isn't an opinion. He was found guilty. He's facing a civil suit. This isn't opinion. This is fact. He embodies this spirit. Y'all ain't shit. I'm sorry. This award was thrown so that he could get some dick for Jonathan Majors. I'm going to say allegedly, but I believe it in my soul. But I'm going to say allegedly because I wasn't there. I cannot. Did you fuck him right before the show? Did you fuck him while you were putting together this montage? How many times did you give him the dick for this? Because it had to be more than once. Megan Good looked embarrassed, like, shit, I should have put that together. Yeah, you should have. But this is how a sissy will steal your man. Oh, then Karen Clark Sheard gonna get up and sing. Yeah, you don't need to get up and say nothing. Oh my God, what is this? This is some Phaedra Park shit. Now she's singing there is security in God's tabernacle. I don't know why you didn't give us, and you gave me a second chance, and you changed. I know your albums. I feel that would have been more appropriate for a Perseverance Award. Oh, Lord, they crying in the audience. They need their asses full. Oh, y'all is actors. Y'all are actors. I'm not buying this shit for a minute. Oh, my God. I'm going to put my leg up and fart on it. Call me Ice Spice. Oh, my God. Oh, the first 30 minutes were boring, but then it got good. This has been 9 minutes of this foolishness. He said, Jonathan, I'm going to give you 9 minutes of airtime. We going to get the black people of Zeus back on your side. So now that we done got the audience all teary with that, now we going to bring them up. Oh, Lord, is that Sissy Reynolds? There's Sissy freaking Reynolds. Oh, my God, Cigarette Reynolds. Oh, this is some... Yana comes out and said, please join me in welcoming the recipient of Perseverance, our brother, Yo. Oh, God, is he going to come up and cry on the bosoms? Or these random white people? The way Megan kissed him and nodded at him when he walked on stage, she said, yeah, go give him that dick. Go give him that dick and get your career back. Oh, my God. I didn't know it was going to be this level of fool. You know what? Yep, he cries on the big bosoms. He cries on the big bosoms. Oh, God. was just, what? Oh, we are going to have to go live and have an open forum. An open forum. Because this, I want to hear other black women's opinions. So first he got to thank Jesus. I mean, Karen Clark was just up there. What? Why you keep doing this? Did you sleep wrong? You got a crick in your neck? Oh, God, after God, you thank Jason Lee? Not your mom. Not your mama, not your pap, right to, not your girlfriend, right to Jason. Jeez. Bus must have been good. Bus must have been damn good if you thinking Jason Lee right after God. I mean, fuck a mama or a daddy. Jason Lee did it for me. Honey, he has a damn blog. It ain't changed shit. Lord, why you come on here with this period piece hair? Can you try to look like you are a part of the 2024 society? Because this hair is 1940s. What's with that messed up line? How you look like a Dusty from the 1940s? He said, we need you. I need you. We need... Mm-hmm. Girl, sound like Megan gonna lose her man. And I'm happy to be here. You ain't got nowhere else to go. You ain't got nowhere to work. He gonna say, I reckon folks want to know about this last year. Get out of this 1952 character. Get out. Get out. Get out of character. Get out of character and show us the shithead you are. Girl, I can't. I can't. Oh, as a black man in the criminal justice system that you put yourself in, you felt anger, sadness, hurt. You an actor. You're supposed to have feelings. I don't hear regret. He felt surprised when they snatched me out of my apartment in handcuffs. You were in a fight. This is what happens to black people all too often. Oh, God. I can't do the delulu. Guilt or innocence often have little to do. Just gonna gloss over. I was found guilty, but you know, persistence is doing something despite difficulty or delay or being found guilty of hitting a woman and everybody else saying working with you was an asshole. Now he finally mentions his family right alongside his dogs. And Megan, why are you crying? Because you're with an idiot? I mean, they are up here just acting like they done won Oscars and Emmys. He said, baby girl, we gonna be all right. I'm gonna make do with the Tubi movie check. We gonna be all right. Okay. I mean, let's see. This has been going on. Well, I know Sharon Stone is like, what the fuck am I doing here? I know Sharon is confused. Now he's all, oh, it feels so good to be around these black entertainers. Would you have showed up at this if you weren't winning the Perseverance? Boy, please. Ain't nobody buying the shit you selling, yeah. Oh, and now Sharon Stone's getting up. What the hell is she doing here? Oh, okay. She's honoring Christian Louboutin. That, because I know they was close. I mean, I've never heard anything racist about Sharon Stone. I've never heard anything negative about her. I was just wondering, like, we ain't never seen her at the BET Awards. So I'm like, what? Okay. Oh, Lord, we gonna have an open forum, honey, because ain't shit on. Let me get to editing this. Well, how do we feel about what we saw? About what we heard, about Iyanla, about this coddling.
Just call me Sharon Stone.
Oh my God, hold on. Oh my God. Miss Simmons, that hair picture.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear
Okay.
you.
I put his picture up there because he is a poster board for what is going on with cis hetero black men. They are not okay. Between my avatar, between Jonathan Majors, and between the foolishness, I cannot wait until Alex, you roast Tyrese for how he got up there with a toboggan in the middle of the summer and a fake beard, cosplaying Marvin Gaye singing the national anthem. Straight black men are not okay. Like, we need to make it sexy for them to go to therapy and take medication, because this ain't all right. And it is getting on my nerves. It really is getting on my nerves. And I'm going to say this. I am not an Amanda Seales fan, but for Jason Lee to sit up there with that bad hair transplant and say that Amanda's justified criticism of a woman hitter was a slap to the face of black people doing something positive. I'm like, sir, excuse me. You are an apologetic gay man who is, for whatever reason, wanting to be welcomed into this club of toxic cis hetero black men. Why would you put that on sisters to accept? I am just disgusted. We have been putting up with the shit forever. But here you are pissing in our faces and then telling us it's raining. I'm like, no, sir. No, sir. You are not here for us. You can't love black women. You can't.
All of the people that could have gotten the Perseverance Award, and I mean the whole show, if you watch the show on Zeus, it was all around Jonathan Majors. This was about, giving him a spotlight, putting him back on top, and girl, all the men that actually deserve that, all the good. What about one of the actors from Empire or those girls?
Those girls.
Why do you really think he decided to do this for Jonathan Majors?
Because he wanted to sit on his lap.
He wants to ingratiate himself. I think he thinks that that's going to give him some entrance to some access to something, or just somebody that he can fuck with on the low. It can't be for any other reason.
It's a hell of a Trojan horse to try to enter into society, and because I don't know.
You know what? Jason Lee also gives me the light-skinned Black person that was not or is not accepted, like an Amber Rose.
Not Drake.
Oh,
You know, somebody, well, I feel like Drake was accepted, but I definitely feel like Jason has been fighting for acceptance. I mean, he was on Love and Hip Hop. He's always trying to prove that he's down when he's up to no good.
I do feel like most everything he does is very strategic. I just don't really understand this one. But
It's something I hope y'all can help me understand, because I have not once heard Jonathan Majors say that he didn't do the things that he was convicted
Thank
of.
you. Thank
Redemption means that, first of all, that there is an admission of guilt, that there is some contrition, and that we have actively seen you do the work. Unless Iyanla knows something that I don't, maybe she's sitting in virtual sessions with him, and she's getting Megan and Jonathan to part with their money to counsel them. Unless she knows something that I don't, where is the redemption? I still keep hearing this man act like he didn't do it and say that the system is the problem. The system didn't do this to you. Your narcissism did. And we're sitting up here acting like 6 months before this happened, there were blind items all over X, formerly Twitter, about him being an ass on set. That he had relationships before the incident with this last woman, that he has been abusive before. He won't answer to any of that.
Nope.
So where's the redemption? I'm not getting it. And it's like, Megan, girl, we love you, but it's like, we are worried about your intellect at this point. Blink twice and let us know if we need to come get you.
I think we do. I think we do. I think we need to get Iyanla.
Like, this is so bad for her brand. Well, both of them. This is bad for their brand.
Impersonate Maya Angelou.
oh no.
I stand before you with my two friends next to me. Grace and mercy. You see, grace is the being that helps me get what I want, and mercy is there for me when I am not the woman I need to be. Really?
A woman who was in an abusive relationship for 9 years, I'm going to give a redemption award to someone who has not admitted that they're sorry for what they did.
Yeah, that part was
I like.
That part made me feel uncomfortable.
And it's like, I'm sick of her incessant need of needing some young Black man on her dried up breast. It's like the milk been dried up, baby. Like, you can't nurse nobody else. Can we stop nursing these men? Let's stop it.
The way I
You ain't rocking nobody else to speak. This is a grown ass man. Let him stand in his adulthood and accept responsibility for what he did. Stop nursing these men. And then they come to sisters and expect for us to be the mothers that you should have been.
Preach. My friend over here saying preach. I mean, that is a good question. Why does Iyanla always need a young man on her big bosoms? And I also, like Jason Lee, the majority of your fan base is women, because gay men don't mess with you. That's why you have to pay them. So why do you think this would fly for your audience?
I don't know. Is he trying to attract the hoteps? Because I mean, they are extremely homophobic. Like this makes no sense to me.
Well, I will say, here's the thing where homophobic men and misogynistic gay men, they can still get together on disliking women. I mean, we've just seen TGIF.
That part.
I'm not naming any names. I'm just going to say we just saw TGIF.
Mhm.
I'll say they never had to, have Claudia apologize to black women for talking about Chloe or Hallie. But
Right.
regardless, but I could definitely see that is a similar cloth to be cut from. So I could see why he yearns for the approval of homophobic misogynists, because he's homophobic himself. He don't like gays himself. He is up there, now he had Bobby Lights in the audience. Did Bobby Lights get an award? Did he have a Sissy Award? Did he have anything for the... I didn't watch it. I stopped watching after the Beyond the Foolishness. I'll see if he had a Sissy Award. I'm going to watch the other half of it. But I'm not seeing a gay man that spends time in the community, unless it's to get some dick. I'm not seeing someone that is really proud of their gayness. I feel like you use it as a marketing tool, but not much else. So I could definitely see where, okay, I'm homophobic, but we both don't like women. Now, what sense does that make?
None. What's the lady was like? I never thought the leopards would eat my face. I think she's
Yes.
like the leopard is going to eat you at some point, right?
Yep.
And who are you going to run to? Because you can't run to us. I mean, because you've already told us you don't give a shit about us. Clearly you don't. Clearly you don't. Like you won't even fundamentally protect us. You just gave a convicted abuser an award, so you won't protect us. You will blame us for our own victimhood.
It's just weird. Like, of all the people you chose for the perseverance, what did he persevere through court? Like, I'm just curious. I mean, at the Impact Awards, where Louboutin is getting an award
from Sharon Stone, and
Jonathan
Sharon
Majors
had to be like, I know
she had to be like, why am I here?
Why am I in this? I don't want to be in this. Like, I like Sharon Stone. She's a classic movie star, and she ain't never been in.
She's not problematic.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, you want problematic? Let's keep you there. I like your movie. I like her choices in script too. Because some good actresses will pick bad scripts. I'm like, damn. But Sharon Stone got lied to. Cardi B was there, and she was there for a favor. It was pointless. It was foolish. It was TGIF.
Not a thank you for your services, Joel.
Oh, yeah. That's all Bobby Lights got, was a thank you for your services. I mean, what award Bobby could have won? Best gay reality star. I mean, I would say that, like, you are an openly gay black man. You always talk about your blackness, and you talk about your gay. Where were the gays other than Bobby Lights? I saw one sissy in that room, and that was Bobby Lights. Where were the other gays?
No. Al Reynolds.
I can't be sure if that was him. I saw cornrows and a cheap suit.
Oh my God.
In a bad color. And so I thought it was Al, but I wasn't going to waste my time navigating the search bar to see if it was actually him.
Bobby was just there to do all the free snow in the bathroom with everybody else.
Ooh, not the tea, honey. But yeah, I saw the cornrows and I knew it wasn't Drake, so I figured who would be impersonating him with a press-on wig, and none other than came to mind. He looked like he got one of them TikTok units.
Oh my goodness. Well, maybe he could start, that could be a sponsor for him, because he does need, somebody to help jumpstart his career now that he's blown it up.
I'm sure.
And I don't know who he could work with. I don't know anybody who would touch him with a 10-foot pole. Maybe he can go do it.
Say that. And I said this on live earlier. I feel like Remember way back in the day when Funky Dineva got the job at V103 and they were moving out Miss Sophia, and they were moving him in, and he said, Miss Sophia told me, whatever you do, don't shut the door. I feel like they all shut the door on the opportunity for the rest of us with this. I definitely do, because this is just foolish. This is ignorant. This is embarrassing. This is sad. And this is TGIF. And that's my new name for when it's sad and it's messy and there's really
no redemption. Unintended.
And there's no redemption. What? Yeah, I mean, everybody admitted they mess. And for two,
I don't think we're done.
I will say, I'm sure Joyce is going to come on this week and let us know a thing or two. The real.
Well, you already know my hypothesis about who I think that is. But anyway.
But this did give, it gave Fox Soul, it gave Uninspired. I will say the set was pretty. But why was Jason Lee dressed up like a Pepto-Bismol? And only fan awards for Bobby. Like, no, I don't want to see him at the AVNs. I don't.
Oh,
I don't. I like, acting is acting. Sex work is work. I respect their craft.
Right.
It has to be someone I want to look at, though.
But I ain't looking at his KRAFT.
Oh.
Jason Hemorrhoid Lee. That's a good name for him. Now, I have another question for y'all. Now, this is a little headline that's popped up, and I want everybody's responses from the most reasonable to the most insane. So, an Illinois cafeteria worker is heading to prison after stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings from a school district. Now, here's how
another one.
Here's how she did it. This was during the panic, and so the schools were still sending meals home. So she was still working and ordering food to send the meals home, but was pocketing the chicken wings. Well, I hope not pocketing them. But what do you do to get rid of 11,000 cases of chicken wings? Because that's how much $1.9 million in chicken wings is. 11,000 cases. Look, now I love a wing like anybody else. But 11,000, where do you put that? Like, how do you keep
He probably had a hookup with some nightclubs, like some juke joints. You know how when last call is at 1:00 and then they stay open until like before sunrise and you can get your chicken wings?
That's what it was.
Because they got Miss Netta in the back frying that chicken.
Not Miss Netta. Oh, Charles, your lunch is ready.
That's what she was doing, probably selling it to people who have food trucks or, you know, who sell, you know, who cook food and sell it around town. They sell hot plates for cash. That's probably
like
Hold on. Now, this is always something that's made me, everybody has things where like, ooh, that makes me question my blackness. Like, I learned how to play spades. I'm quite a good spades player. I don't know how to play tonk, and if I get to learn, I get to learn. I'm okay as long as I know my spades. But I have never had, and I used to go to the beauty parlor with my mom, and it was in a lady's house. Like I had the normal beauty parlor experience that most other Black kids had growing up. But I never had the hot plate. Now I've had, like, we weren't religious people. So I've only been to like a couple of church basements in my life. But like you expect, like, you know, food there. I've never had the experience of buying a hot plate of food, just not in a restaurant or from a food truck.
Yeah, they come around the beauty shops, they come around the barber shops, or maybe, you know, they'll be selling hot plates, you know, on a parking lot of an approved place where they have approval, and they'll be out there selling their chicken dinners on a Saturday or Sunday, and you can come and get it. Get your peach cobbler, get your
because like I've had, and don't get me wrong, like I've had street food, like I've had New York street food. We have tamale ladies out here. We have hot dog vendors. No, we have a tamale lady that comes in the gay bar. She's really nice. And you know, she only deals with the gay boys because she knows we hungry. And she can get out of there at 10 and everybody really sweet to her. And she comes with her little cart of tamales and she walks through and she sells her tamale. So like I've had that, but I've never had it with like, you know, like fried catfish or like you said, a peach cobbler, like hot food that like I'm like, how are you moving this around?
Oh yeah, they have the burners. They'll have the burners with their big, you know, Reynolds aluminum pans, and they set up. That's how they make their money. I'm willing to bet that she probably had some nightclubs or some food trucks or some people, you know, doing some back kitchen deals, and that's how they were getting their chicken parts.
Probably even some restaurants too, because she was selling them for a cutthroat rate.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be real cutthroat rate. If you getting 1.5 million for free, I didn't know. And also you've got to get rid of that chicken because you have to keep chicken cold.
11,000 pounds, you said?
No, 11,000 boxes. I don't even
There
know
we go. Think about it.
It's Illinois, so it's Illinois. So if it's winter, she can keep that stuff.
Oh
if it's 20 degrees or below, it's not gonna spoil. But she probably had 2 or 3 houses with deep freezers in their garages, keeping that stuff going.
Well, if nobody,
she's probably been doing that for a while.
If she was still at the school preparing food, she could easily keep that stuff in the freezers at the school too, if nobody was checking during the pandemic.
Yep.
It's just the craziest story because it's also like chicken wings, especially is how high chicken wings have gotten. As a lover of the wing, as a lover of a flat and a lollipop drumstick, not a regular drumstick, a lollipop drumstick. I will eat a regular drumstick. I'll do it. But if I'm a buy them, especially from the market, I'm gonna get a lollipop. So I know that wings have gone from the glorious days of 25-cent wings.
Yes.
To now you gotta like, oh, wait, 16 for how many? Now you see wings and like for how many? For how many? Who all coming? How many flats?
They're getting 20 and not even a dozen.
Please, I am in San Francisco. They have places here that will charge you $267 a wing. I've done the math.
My God.
$267 a wing, and that's without a drop of sauce. You ain't had a blue cheese. You ain't had a ranch.
Oh no.
Or utensils. That's right too. You got to pay 25 cents for a bag out here, and they act like you going into their bag stash. They act like the government is ready to haul them away. You gonna give me that quarter? They act like Al Reynolds on that phone call.
Oh no.
Yes.
Illinois was mad at that lady. They gave her 9 years in prison.
Illinois is serious about their wings. That was the theory of her. And 2, you were stealing from the kids.
You were stealing from the kids, yeah.
Stealing from the kids. They're going to get you when you steal from the kids.
So she has to do a good 7.5.
Yeah, state time.
Oh, yeah. She might get out in 5.
Well, hold on. Does she still have the money? Because in this economy, to get out and have 1.5, if you have a friend that can invest it, you're going to be all right. You certainly weren't going to make that much money just working. That's one of those, is the risk worth the reward? Oh. And then they said it was worth 1.5. Did you charge more and get 2.6? Will they be able to disengorge you of the funds?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of disengorgement, did you see Tom Girardi's going on trial?
Yes. Oh, my. And Erica's probably going to have to take the stand.
They are definitely bringing into evidence the $25 million that they put into her account from the firm's resources.
I don't see her getting around not giving that back.
Well, she can't give it back. It's gone.
It's gone.
In the words of Sutton, they spent it. Oh, I'm so glad I got to go to BravoCon and she said that in front of me live. They spent it.
Yep. He's apparently already had some outbursts in court, said fuck you to somebody, shuffling around, but his phone rang in court. He had forgotten to silence it. Yeah, so I mean, either I'm not sure. He's digging in with his infirm defense, but yeah.
I mean, what else can you do after that kind of grand larceny? That type of Madoff level theft? What else can you do?
I mean, he is a bold kind of guy, so it doesn't surprise me that he would be playing this till the end.
And
how long can he afford to stay in that retirement center and avoid a psyche eval?
They found him competent to stand trial.
Right, that part. But so he's competent to stand trial. So how long can he afford to stay in that retirement center or rehab center or wherever he is?
They're expecting to. I don't know, but they are expecting to. I think this trial is supposed to take like maybe another week at the most, and then there'll be a verdict. And if he's found guilty, I mean, I think he's looking at going into custody. To be honest.
Yeah, he might have to go into custody.
I think he's going to be found guilty.
But yeah, if he's found guilty or if he does something really stupid during the trial, I think the who's covering this long-term care place, because we know long-term care places are, $6,000 a month minimum. Just so everybody who's 40 something, if you have parents, you better get I don't know what you're going to do, but they better have long-term care insurance if they have to go into a memory care facility. I went through this with my family. My grandfather had Alzheimer's. My grandmother had dementia. We had to put them into long-term facilities. I've been through this. He probably had the insurance because of the type of lawyer he is. Because also when you have a business like that, there's a lot of insurances that you just have to have that go with it. And even when you're charged with a crime, those don't necessarily go away. And especially because of age and stuff. So I could see insurances that he's previously paid into covering that stay. And that's why he's going to play infirm so he can spend the rest of his life in Gucci and gold.
Gucci and gold diapers.
Gucci and gold diapers. And I mean, I have to say, I feel sorry for Erica. I have to, because she was conned as well as everybody else. I'm sure if you told her, hey, here's 20 million stolen dollars, she would have said, now look, if I can sleep with you for it, make it honest, I'll do that. But I'm not going to steal. Not that much. I don't think she would have done that. I don't think. Now, if you marry for money and you think your husband's rich and he goes to work every day and he's got a high profile career and you've literally seen him on the news, they've made movies about him, you weren't expecting a lie like that.
Yeah, but that's the gold digger's gamble. You got to think about that part, because it was clear from
for me was when she said, I don't care about anybody right now. I'm fighting for myself. When they were asking her, but what about the victims?
I think she should have said, I am a victim too.
Right.
I was conned just like the rest of them. I was left holding the bag. I was forced to be an accomplice of a $101 million theft. That's not what I signed up for. Now, I married this coot thinking he actually had something. Otherwise, I would have left him and his lies the hell alone. And also, it is the gold digger's gamble, but how can we hold her responsible for unwittingly receiving stolen goods?
No, I don't necessarily hold her responsible for that. But at the same time, I'm like, listen, you marry for money, you're taking a gamble on how stable that how stable that payout is going to be.
I think it was the holding the jewelry and not wanting to give the jewelry back that Made her
That
lose
is,
credibility.
now the jury is the ugly thing is of figuring out what was stolen, what isn't, what am I going to be blamed for, what am I not going to be blamed for, and what am I liable for taxes on. I think she's fighting for everything to say it's legal, to also say taxes were paid.
Okay.
Because if they say, okay, these are stolen, what are you going to have to pay for them? It may not just be snatching them back. It may be, well, we're going to have to charge, because the government gets good with charging you for appreciation.
Yeah.
So those earrings appreciated what, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000? Do you want to pay taxes on that when your husband stole them? Because you could have to pay taxes on that. Because the IRS, we haven't heard anything about the IRS.
Now, well, would the taxes apply if she could verify that they were given as gifts?
That's why it's so important that they were given as gifts and not ill-gotten gains. Because
Okay.
that's how they got the mafia. They're like, oh, well, you didn't pay taxes on these ill-gotten gains. We can't prove how you ill-got them, but we can't worry about that. So I could definitely see it being some type of tax issue, some type of restitution. Her lawyer may have said, look, you need to make sure, get everything as legal as possible, fight tooth and nail, because you could still end up on the hook for restitution, disengorgement, and a whole lot of other stuff. And a lot of that money is gone with the wind.
Oh,
So
I think
I don't know how you deal with it. Yep, the IRS don't play that, Joel.
No, and they're not even done coming after them, the IRS.
No, Chip H, she couldn't litigate that and have given the earrings over. It doesn't work that way. That's why they tell you never apologize after an accident. Any kind of admission of guilt is an admission of guilt in the court. And any lawyer will say, well, why did she give the earrings back? She felt guilty. That means she knew. That also could be something where they're like, look, you can't say that anything isn't illegally gotten, because that could hint that you knew that something illegal was going on.
Gotcha.
This is a legal nightmare. She's going to be locked up in court for like the next 10 years. Like, honestly, the mess that all of this has caused, the legacy of a mess that this man is going to leave behind. Wow. What an a-hole. He spent all this money and he's at near the end of his life, and he's going to go on to the other side, leaving a giant mess and a bunch of people victimized yet even again that trusted him with their lives.
The American way.
And widows. Ooh,
Orphans and widows.
But yeah, I mean, I watched that story, and that poor guy that was in that PG&E explosion.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to continue to need surgeries. Like, this isn't, ooh, I'm a millionaire. This is, I have enough money for this ridiculously expensive healthcare system.
Yeah.
Because my God.
Yep. And he's like, oh, I'm near the end of my life. I'm just gonna play crazy and drag this out as long as I can to live in the lap of luxury until I go and leave you all with the tattered shreds.
And the fact that this was allowed to go on for so long.
I think that's part of the reason why he spent such a crazy amount of money up in smoke, is that I think he was doing major payoffs up throughout the government chain. That's where the conspiracy theorist in me just jumps in. I mean, we already know that the California bar received payouts. That's why he wasn't investigated for over 20 years. But I think it goes up into politics as well. all kinds of ugly places.
Wonder
I,
how much he's going to be worth dead, because there've got to be some life insurance policies that
those
that will go through probate that they'll seize.
those the most he would probably have is a $10 million policy, and he's probably stopped paying on that.
Or if they proved he paid with stolen money, I bet you the insurance company would yank back honoring that policy immediately.
But yeah, even if he like had, a few million in life insurance, which I imagine somebody, of that stature would, yeah, Eric ain't gonna see none of that. And would he have even left her any? He probably leave it to the mistresses. He probably have left her a final fuck ya. A final fuck ya. A fuck ya from beyond the grave. And I mean that, like, I don't know Erica. I don't necessarily find her a likable woman,
Right.
but I imagine that I'm not gonna say she deserved that. Like
Yeah.
that, like you had a husband that really hated you, and I now believe all the things that you said about him, that he would be nasty and cruel and dismissive. I believe, because he done
I
did
mean,
101 million in debt. That's a dismissal.
that's beyond high and dry.
Ooh, that's high and dry, rode hard, put up wet, and up a shitty creek without a paddle.
That's left in the Mojave with nothing.
Really,
Just
Death
dropped off.
Valley.
Just
As my
dropped off.
grandmother say, you just went from sheep shit to shallow water.
Oh,
Ooh, I mean, you child hopeless as a penny with a hole in it. You make Ashley Darby look wealthy.
mm,
Hell, you make Rob Dixon look wealthy. My stars, Tom is going to laugh all the way to hell. I'm sure he is. They never they never care about their victims, and I wonder what's going to happen with Erica now. How will she bounce back? Because we saw ain't nobody going to your little Vegas shit. So what's your plot line going to be this season? Because we need
Hopefully, we get
Bravo
to see her with the her sugar daddy.
We need a sugar daddy plot line from her, and we need strong shows from Bravo. Everybody talked about how bad the Jersey reunion was. I didn't even know that was an actual episode. But apparently it was crap. I had to tune into Zeus tonight for content. Zeus. That means we've gotten down to the Z's of content.
oh,
We got 80,000 streaming services. Ain't nobody got shit on. I got 80 million channel, ain't got shit on. Like Peacock, Paramount, one of you. Get it together.
So we're almost in the middle of August. I'm guessing Beverly Hills will come back in October.
September. These kids got to go back to school.
Yeah.
I think New York is coming up soon. Andy just had Bryn
God.
on Watch What Happens Live.
New York,
I know.
No, Housewives.
It's like I need another strong franchise to co-anchor with it, because New York is like only slightly above Dubai at this point.
I'm surprised you giving it that. New York was an absolute failure for me. It was a debacle, a disappointment. I don't like them. I don't like them. And again, it's because there's no authentic friendships. Like I will say, even with Orange County, you can tell the crones that like each other and the crones that don't. But Vicky and Shitten will always be each other's crones. And you can tell that Shitten's hurt that Tamara's not her crone anymore, because Tamara wants to be a harpy. But Tamara used to be a crone with Shitten. So you can see like the authenticity amongst the fakest of women. So if I can't see it amongst some New York girls, I'm disappointed.
Wow.
I think New York and Beverly Hills, I guess, are the next to come out.
And also, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it. I think New York is going to struggle because they are because they are multi-culti and they don't have a like either you're like it's like in Bravo, either it's a white show or a black show. I don't know how this multi-culti is going to do. I see it struggling. Because like Psy is black, but like a lot of like, okay, you're black Psy. Bryn, I see people liking, but Uba's a little boring. Uba, like we gonna really need her to bring it this season because either New York is going to become the white girl show that it was, or a black girl show. But I don't know if it's gonna have this weird biracial audience. I don't see. I from watching all these shows, that's what I see. I saw with not Housewives, with Martha's Vineyard. We wanted I watched the tweets. The black people want a blacker show, a blacker cast. Like they were black, but they were black like this. They wasn't black like this. That's what we're looking for. And if the black people aren't watching it, then the white people is going to look at it and be like, well, we don't really resonate with this either. I mean, not Aaron, but everybody else.
This Aaron, not the Aaron on the show.
Right. Not the Aaron on the show.
That's the first time I've really seen my name up there like that. It's funny. And I'm like, God, you're so annoying this season, and we have the same name. Jesus. She was annoying. Now, Bryn said that Jenna and Aaron are the MVPs of the season coming up, so I don't know if that supports your argument, Alex, or does the opposite, but I kind of tend to think it supports. If those two are the MVPs.
I'm going to tell you who else needs to be worried. Potomac needs to be worried because if they're filming, we haven't heard a thing.
I think they're trying to keep things under wraps. They've had seasons of Atlanta,
a lot of leaks,
and they've had seasons of they've had seasons of Housewives without leaks. And I also think they didn't have any leaks because one, Rob is gone. And not that Rob was doing leaks, but I think that shook Giselle up, who might have leaked. And I think she's like, I either need to, keep myself on this show for another couple seasons, or I need to be able to bow out gracefully and still have some listeners for Reasonably Shaded.
Because we haven't even heard over the summer if Karen's been through any courts with her DUI situation. We haven't heard anything. And that would have at least leaked to the Washington Post.
That's because nobody cared.
Wow, damn.
Only thing I heard was that Giselle was struggling this season. That was early on, though. That was way early on, that she was struggling without Rob and to have any friends. But you're right. Other than that, I haven't heard a peep.
I mean, Giselle would struggle to not. And also, Candace is gone. And Candace was definitely a catalyst. And I think Giselle is suffering through what some of the TGIF people will suffer through, that we've seen you act a complete ass. We've watched you, you bent over and spread your cheeks, put them on your shoulders and walked around. So I think that who would want to be friends with Giselle when you've seen how she treats Rob the Throb?
I think she's trying to pair up with Wendy.
Do something. Wendy is the one who better do something.
Wendy is
because her days are numbered if she doesn't come through.
I think Wendy will be fine because Wendy will always be on the news, and I think that may be more of who she is.
But I'm gonna say this: as much as I watch CNN and MSNBC, I have not seen her once.
I just saw her recently.
Okay.
Doing some election coverage. I just saw her recently.
Because I was like, okay, this is the year of the Kamala, and I have not seen her.
She was on a Shade Room panel with Claudia. I saw it in the thumbnail.
But I saw her on it was MSNBC or one of the real networks.
Okay. Because it's probably been 3 or 4 years since I've seen Wendy on anything.
I think she does the daytime shows that people who work don't get to watch.
Okay.
And also, like, yeah, I think that it's that, and also it's never like, yeah, because they only give like the really good clips to the evening news people. Once she gets to, maybe she needs this to get to evening news so we can see her.
Yeah.
They have been real quiet. I mean, we haven't heard anything. Mia and her little short man.
Mia done left it. Well, which one? Which one?
Well, she's got her whole paternity storyline coming up, so that will be interesting.
They're not going to
don't
drag
care
that
about
around
that.
again, are they?
I don't care about who's zooming who. I don't care about who's the daddy. I don't care. I feel like, one, the kids are too young to be in that kind of plot line. Like,
Yeah.
unless it's in infancy, and
Ooh.
we're going to do it like we did it on Love and Hip Hop, where we talk about them in belly, then that's fine. Other than that, we don't need to, like, unless it's, we don't need to be bringing this to them at 10. Like they did with Lauren on
Married to Medical.
Married to Medical.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't tell anybody how to run their family. Won't do that. But things like this seem to happen more often than not. Like, there is just tons of anecdotal stories, and we all know somebody. Either we know somebody direct, or we know somebody that knows somebody. I just like to err on the side of the truth, so that way can't nobody blow me out of the water. You already knew from jump. It's no surprise. It's no gotcha.
You mean about paternity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids be going to school, it's blood test day. Wait, what?
Oh, no.
And then the longer the lie goes on, the more damage the relationship. Like, it might have been best Lauren found out at 5 or 6 when you're young enough to handle it, but still, cognizant enough to know what's going on, rather than, at 22 and you're getting medical testing, you're getting married. And that's when people, like, now when you get married, you got to have a blood test. People
Or
find
you just
out.
happen to do your 23andMe, and they're like, "Here's your 3 siblings that you didn't even know existed," and then somebody needs to explain something.
Wow.
I'm saying.
Or you're in a situation where somebody needs a blood transplant or a kidney transplant or something, and then you figure it out.
And it's just, or two, just somebody else knows and don't know, you don't know, and then mentions it and blurts it out. Somebody starts looking for their birth certificate, like all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I tell you. Oh goodness. And in more former housewife news, Kandi Burruss has a new girl group, Siren.
What?
Yeah, she's gonna produce girl groups now.
Is she in this girl group, or
No,
these are?
these are
Okay.
These are girls. These are like
These are girls. I think I saw them sing live somewhere on Instagram.
Ooh.
They look like they're probably high school age.
Mm-hmm.
But she had them singing on the spot. They sounded great.
Okay, as long as they sound good. I'm
not their target audience, but the girls can sing.
And if the girls can sing, I'm sure 2 songs on the album I'll like, because I still like dance music. So if they can come up with some dance music, and I can enjoy age-appropriate dance music. Everything don't have to be about, the vagine.
I can fly above all the haters.
Exactly. I can fly above all the haters. I fly above. Oh, God. They say Beyonce is going to perform at the Democratic National Committee.
Interesting.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. I would not mind seeing it. I want people to vote, and if that'll get people to vote, God bless it.
She puts on a show. That is undeniable.
Listen, if it brings more people out, I can see Taylor's flat ass out there. I'm here for it.
Bring her too. We need everybody.
Yep.
Everybody.
We need all. Yep.
Now, here's another little media takeout tidbit. Growing rumors suggest that Tia Mowry might be gay.
Oh.
Is she gay, or have there just no men?
I thought that was her brother.
What was her brother?
Taj. Oh, speaking of Jason Lee.
We ain't heard of Taj. Now, Taj Mowry, now that's somebody that got low. And speaking of Taj, should Jonathan Majors and Sissy Smollett work together, since they both have been blackballed by Hollywood?
I was going to bring that up. Those are the only two people who can work together. I mean, Jussie had a nice review of his movie on Tubi, so that's probably all Jonathan can work with. I mean, I don't even see Tyler Perry working with him. Like who's gonna touch him?
Apparently, the boys at Steam works for.
Well, maybe Jason Lee.
Why didn't Jason Lee give Jussie the Perseverance Award?
There's 3J that is listening. I know, really, since he was kind of having the Misfit Impact Awards, everybody on the outs was already on the in.
Back to that, I thought the word impact meant that you had to make a lasting impression. Like you have to be a catalyst for change.
Well, he didn't say if it was a good or a bad impact.
Oh,
I mean, but I mean, is it lasting? I don't know.
Do I think his failure? Do I think Jussie's failure is lasting? I think Jussie's impact is lasting. So I think his award would have been more significant. Actually, no, he should have gotten the gay Tupac. The gay Tupac trophy. That's what Jussie should have gotten, like a Heisman. Because it would have been him running with his own supplies.
I do think that antic will go down as a shenanigan of note in the pop culture pantheon for the way that he orchestrated that thing.
Another TGIF.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know it. Listen, people have moved past worse. We have forgiven worse and moved beyond it. But it was a quirky little odd thing to do that you never forget.
Yeah.
Like, you're that guy that faked his own ass kicking with the two guys, yeah, and and you just tumble down the story in your mind.
That must have been quite a tumble. But I would love to see, you know what, and Carlos King can produce it. I think Funky Al and Claudia could also get on it. Show the world they could work together. Why not? Get Carlos at the helm. Jason Lee can do press. Get these people together to actually work. Why not? I mean, you're already giving them awards. Give them a role too. What would the movie with him and Jussie be about? Now, I'm already thinking it's a prison escape movie. Are they brothers or lovers? On the coldest night of the year. Yes. Oh my goodness. Breakout of the Polar Express. They're on a prison train and they have to break off right when they get to the equator so that they can survive.
Do some fugitive type stunts. Look at how we were rooting for Harrison Ford. Give us a weird.
And all you have to do is have Jussie jump on Jason. Not Jason. Jonathan. Well, have him jump on him like a top, and y'all can just do the stunts together. I can see it now. Tyler Perry would probably want to write for it. He could get it done in a half an hour. Hussey Smollett and the Backdoor Production.
Oh, I
The
mean,
story of redemption and perseverance. And I don't think I could come up with anything funnier on that note. So tell the people where they can find you online.
You can find me on IG under Miss Simmons.
You can find me on IG, psychic_ELB. Hit me up in the DMs if you would like to get a psychic reading, and I will say you're a Biffa, and I'll give you a friends and family discount.
All righty. Well, we will see y'all soon for something.